Hey everyone, it's Nico here. Today we're diving deep into the world of automotive archaeology, but with a European twist. We spent years digging through some of the best stocked junkyards in the United States. As expected, the majority of the cars we found were American, mostly from Detroit's Big Three. But we also stumbled upon some European gems, and here are the best ones. Our first stop takes us to Old Car City in White, Georgia, a sprawling graveyard of classic cars. This Austin, America shows that automotive passions run deep, even across the pond. A two-door compact, it competed with the Volkswagen Beetle. Nearly 60,000 were sold in the US between 1968 and 1972. It's amazing how well it's held up, considering its age and the elements. We're sticking around Old Car City for our next find. A Volkswagen T1 bus, but not just any bus. This is the rare split-screen model, and get this, it's practically become one with nature. Two trees have grown up through the wheel well, lifting the bus off the ground. It's like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie, a testament to nature's persistence. This junkyard is a goldmine for these kinds of finds. Earlier, we even spotted a Mustang hubcap embedded in a tree trunk. It makes you wonder about the stories these cars could tell if they could talk, about the journeys they've been on, and the lives they've witnessed. We're traveling north to Oak Leaf Old Cars in Hartford, South Dakota, where we stumbled upon a true automotive oddity. This is a 1959 Nash Metropolitan, a car that seems to have defied time. You see, between 1953 and 1961, only about 83,000 of these were sold in the United States, making them a rare sight today, especially in this condition. What's fascinating about the Metropolitan is that it was actually built in Britain, where it was known as the Austin Metropolitan. This particular model, likely from 1959, is significant because it was the first year the Metropolitan featured an opening tailgate. The interior has definitely seen better days, ravaged by time and the elements, but the exterior body is surprisingly intact. Our next stop brings us to a junkyard bursting with color, and no, we're not exaggerating. This is Martin Supply, and it's a haven for vibrant classics. Just look at this, 1975 Fiat 124 Sport Spider, gleaming even beneath a layer of dust and grime, and right behind it, you'll spot an equally eye-catching Fiat X19. The Fiat 124 Sport Spider, designed by the legendary Pininfarina, is a true Italian icon. Between 1966 and 1981, around 200,000 were built, with a whopping 75% sold right here in the United States. While this particular car might be beyond a full restoration, some of its parts are still in decent shape, a testament to the quality of these Italian machines. We're exploring Martin Supply, this time with a true British luxury icon. Identifying Jaguars from this era can be tricky, especially in this state. We're fairly certain this is a MkVII produced from 1954 to 1956. The missing front half makes it difficult to say for sure. If our hunch is right, it's one of just 10,061 ever made. Our next stop at Martin Supply takes us to a car that sparked its fair share of controversy, the 1974 milligrams MGB. You can tell this model is from 1974 by its prominent rubber bumpers, a result of NHTSA regulations at the time. These bumpers, while intended to improve safety, were met with mixed reactions from enthusiasts who felt they detracted from the MGB's classic design. Interestingly, while these bumpers were mandatory only in the United States, they eventually replaced chrome bumpers in all markets as a cost-saving measure. It's a reminder that even in the automotive world, function and form don't always see eye to eye. Chapter 7. The Customized Ford Anglia 100E. We're making our way to L&L Classic Auto in Wendell, Idaho, where we encountered a car that's been, shall we say, creatively modified. This is a Ford Anglia 100E, a British-made car that seems to have undergone an identity crisis. Someone stripped it down and attempted to give it a Nash Metropolitan-inspired makeover, evident by the door shape. It's a curious sight to say the least. Over 100,000 of these cars were produced between 1953 and 1959, but we've never seen one quite like this. Chapter 8. The Forgotten Cadillac, the Cadillac Catera. Our next find at L&L Classic Auto is a car that time seems to have forgotten. It's a Cadillac Catera, and you'd be forgiven for not remembering it. Between 1996 and 2001, fewer than 100,000 were sold, making them a rare sight on the roads today. Built by General Motors in Germany, the Catera was based on the Vauxhall or Opel Omega in Europe and was powered by a British-built 3.0-liter V6 engine. Despite its European pedigree and respectable performance, the Catera failed to resonate with American buyers. Chapter 9: The Opel GT, a German icon in America. Our journey through L&L Classic Auto continues with a true German icon, the Opel GT. From 1929 to 2017, Opel was under General Motors, producing remarkable cars, including the GT. The GT concept debuted at Frankfurt and Paris in 1965, captivating audiences with its sleek styling. Positive reception led to mass production 3 years later, with 103,463 built by 1973. The Opel GT was well received in the United States, sold through Buick dealerships, solidifying its place in automotive history. Our next find at L&L Classic Auto is a car that, while not the most glamorous, tells a story of fierce competition in the American automotive market. This is a British-built two-door Ford Cortina MkII, a car that, despite its relative obscurity today, played a significant role in Ford's global strategy. The Cortina MkII was sold in the United States between 1967 and 1970, achieving respectable sales figures of 60,000 units. However, it faced stiff competition from the Volkswagen Beetle, which was dominating the import market at the time, selling over 350,000 units annually in the late 1960s. Despite being overshadowed by its German rival, the Cortina MkII remained a popular choice for budget-conscious buyers seeking a reliable and affordable car. We're heading to Ernest Auto Wrecking in La Jara, Colorado, where we discovered a car that aimed to capture the hearts of American drivers with its French charm, the Renault Le Car. The Le Car was essentially a French-built Renault 5, marketed and sold through AMC's 1,300 dealerships across the United States. Nicknamed the French Rabbit, the Le Car was intended to compete with the likes of the Honda Civic, Volkswagen Golf, and other popular compact imports. Despite its quirky design and fuel efficiency, the Le Car never quite gained the traction it needed to become a mainstream success. Our next stop at Ernest Auto Wrecking takes us to a car that embodied the spirit of European styling and American muscle, the Capri MkI. Between 1970 and 1977, Ford sold a remarkable 500,000 Capris in the United States, a testament to its appeal. Interestingly, unlike their European counterparts, these Capris didn't bear the Ford logo. They were simply badged as Capri and sold through Lincoln Mercury dealerships. Initially, the MkI models, like this one, were offered only with a 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine. However, in 1972, a V6 option was introduced, giving the Capri the performance to match its sporty looks. We're continuing our exploration of Ernest Auto Wrecking with a car that played a significant role in Fiat's global expansion, the Fiat 600. In 1958, Fiat began exporting its rear-engine 600 to the United States, where it quickly gained popularity for its fuel efficiency and affordability. Slightly larger than the Fiat 500, which had debuted a year earlier, the 600 was powered by a 0.633-liter water-cooled engine, allowing it to reach a top speed of 100 kilometers per hour or 62 miles per hour. The Fiat 600 was a global success story, produced in 6 different countries. Our next find at Ernest Auto Wrecking is a car that needs no introduction, the MG MGB. Before the Mazda Miata came along, the MGB held the title of best-selling sports car of all time. Between 1962 and 1980, approximately 500,000 MGBs were produced, with over half of those exported to the United States, cementing its status as a true British icon. The MGB's longevity is remarkable, with many still found in junkyards today, ensuring a steady supply of spare parts for enthusiasts. This particular model features the triple windshield wipers that were a unique characteristic of the US market. Our final stop takes us to Dakota Salvage in Mitchell, South Dakota, where we stumbled upon a car that represents a unique chapter in Ford's history, the Merkur XR 4Tie. Between 1985 and 1989, Ford attempted to introduce a new brand to the American market, Merkur. These cars were essentially rebadged Ford models built in Germany, and the XR 4Tie, a slightly modified Ford Sierra XR 4i, was one of them. The Merkur brand, however, failed to resonate with American buyers and was short-lived. Only 26,000 XR 4Ts and 22,000 Merkur Scorpios, the other model offered, were sold during the brand's brief existence. Well folks, that concludes our European adventure through America's junkyards. It's amazing to see how these cars from across the pond ended up here, each with its own story to tell. From the quirky Austin America to the legendary MG MGB, these European gems offer a glimpse into a bygone era of automotive history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to stay updated on all things automotive. We've got more exciting content coming your way, so make sure to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Leave a comment below and let us know which car was your favorite. See you in the next one.